Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Now, if you're anything like I was for a bit, you might have asked yourself, how in the world do I beat Green Goblin in Marvel United? Right? You might have bought the core set and the Enter the Spiderverse and Doctor Strange bundle off of Amazon. You go, oh, Green Goblin, what? He is so much more difficult than these other villains. Yeah, I get it. So let's walk through stuff. Because step one, you got to understand the rules. So, special setup. Don't place the threat cards and tokens on locations. Keep keep those threat cards in a face down threat deck and the threat tokens in a side pool. Those are the little purple tokens, right? So, what's Green Goblin trying to do? Well, his villainous plot, the heroes lose when all locations have a threat card. Well, how do locations get a threat card? Well, on a BAM. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Green Goblin's location. Draw a threat card and place it in the next clockwise location without a threat. So that's not Green Goblin's location. That's the next one going around. Now, special rules. When a threat card is cleared, shuffle it back into the deck and add a threat token from the pool to the mission card. Green Goblin can't be damaged if there are any civilians on this dashboard. If you are in his location, you can use 2 heroics to rescue a civilian here. How is he going to get civilians there? It's on some cards. And on overflow, if 1 or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to a location, draw 1 threat card and place it in the next threat location without a threat. So overflow is the number 1 issue you will face. Do not get overflow if you can help it. You need to be mindful of overflow. You got to be watching it the whole time. If you're not doing that, you will lose. Every time I have lost, Green Goblin has gotten at least 1, more likely 2 or 3 threats out due to overflow. It's just the nature of the beast. All right, let's look at his threats. We'll get to his villain cards first, or after this. But let's look at his threats. He's got 2 corporate thugs. When this threat is placed, add a thug to this location. Right, that's annoying because that can trigger overflow and then add another one. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated. So what are you going to do with that? You're going to clear it. You're going to use 3 heroics, clear it off. Then you're going to take the thugs out, right? That's just how it goes. You get 2 of those. Then he's got using civilians as shield. Well, Green Goblin cannot take any damage as long as there are any civilians in this location. What are you going to do? You could leave it out there and just rescue civilians. That's an option. Or you can clear the location, right? Use 3 heroic symbols, and now you don't have a threat out there, and now you've got a little bit longer to keep the game going. All right. Electro. Let's see if I can... Here, Electro has 4 health, and on a BAM, Electro deals 1 damage to each hero in both adjacent locations. So Electro is annoying because he's going to trigger and hurt not where you are, but on the next spots. Craven. Move this threat card to the next clockwise location with any heroes and no threat, if possible. Deal 1 damage to each hero in that location. So Craven's going to move around, chase you down, which is bad because he's hurting you, but it's good because he's coming to you and you don't have to go chase him down. That can actually help you. My advice with Craven is don't go chase him down. Let him come to you, take the damage, and fight. Take him out. Then we have Lizard. Lizard is... annoying. On a BAM, and only on a BAM, you deal 2 damage among heroes in this location. But the heroes choose how to split up the damage. It's not 2 to each, it's 2 total. Okay. So, Green Goblin. You go, okay, BAMs. This got to be a reprieve. No, all 12. All 12 of Green Goblin's cards deal a BAM. Yeah, it hurts. It really does hurt. Yeah. So, his move zeros. He's got 2 of those. You will find he has almost 2 of everything. He's got 2 zeros, 3 ones, 3 twos, 2 threes, a 4, and a 5. So really, it's not 2 of everything, but it kind of balances out. His zeros. He has a move 0, bam, and nothing. This is a nice card. He'll put out a threat, but he doesn't go anywhere, and he doesn't add anything. So no overflow trigger, nothing like that. Then he's got a move 0 with bam and Goblin formula. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, he has 1 extra health, and he deals 1 extra damage with his bam. That's also annoying. These Goblin formulas, and he does have a second one with the move 3. Pain in the butt. Okay, kidnap. If there are any civilians in Green Goblin's location, take one, put it on the dashboard. Told you this is how he gets this shield, and, well, there you go. Okay, his other ones, he's going to add thugs or add civilians and be a genuine pain, and really this is just trying to get overflow to trigger. The start of the 2 does the same thing, putting out 4 thugs total. 2 also putting out 4 civilians. He's got another kidnap, another Goblin formula. The 3, 4, and 5 are all putting out 6 total, just shaken up. Could be 6 civilians, 6 thugs, or on the 5, 4 total civilians, 2 thugs. It's a mixed bag. Okay, that's all the boilerplate stuff. I'm sorry it took this long. So, what's the overall strategy for Green Goblin? Well, really, it comes down to locations. So we're going to look at locations here. I recommend using the 6 locations from Spiderverse. I think they are helpful. I think they are the best ones you can get to fight Green Goblin. Now, you might go, David, they don't have much space. I go, yeah, that's okay. You just got to be on it. So we got Osborne Laboratories. And this is one. As long as you entertain that, you get a punch token. It starts with the thug. You're going to be able to take that out really easily. Midtown High School, got a civilian, got a thug, you get a heroic token. And Oscorp Tower, you're gaining a movement token. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Okay. Then you need Queens, because Queens has space, right? We got 5 total slots, only starting with 2 civilians. And in turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw 1 card. You could also put in one of the locations, I think it's from the base set. It's either the Avengers base set or the X-Men core set. You just draw up to a 3-card hand. Doesn't have the same space, but it gets you more cards quickly. Then you got the Brooklyn Bridge. You may add a civilian to any location, then rescue 1 civilian from this location. Kind of a desperate play, but it works. And lastly, the Daily Bugle. Reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. So this is helpful if Green Goblin would... if you'd have the kidnap cards, if you can get those Goblin formulas to the bottom, that also really helps. Or if his movement and drop of civilians or thugs would trigger overflow. It doesn't guarantee that the next card's any better, but it can put some cards on the bottom to help you out. Okay. So we talked locations, right? We talked that these are going to be your help because you need tokens. You need flexibility. You need to adapt to the situation that is given to you, right? These threats are going to come out. And unlike a traditional game where you clear a threat, now you get to use the in-turn ability. You start the game, you have 5 of your 6 locations are going to be open to you. Probably, unless somehow overflow got triggered from the very start. That's just unfortunate. But if it does, it does. And it happens. But even then, you still have 4 locations, most likely. You're going to be in a good position to get work done and get bonuses from there. Be smart about the way you tackle it. Also understand, and this is a key rule that most people get wrong, and it's been clarified by the design team. The order of operations, the BAM triggers whatever's on the board when BAM happens. So Green Goblin BAMs puts out a threat. If one of the henchmen comes out, the BAM doesn't happen on the henchmen the round in which they come out. They miss their trigger window. Their BAM essentially is appearing. They're like, ta-da, I'm here. And they give their grandiose speech of, I am the great Craven. You must fear me because I am here. They're grandstanding. That's what they run into. So they don't get to do their effect when on the round they come out. You have to tackle the game very differently. It is go after these threats. Keep them off the board. Constantly move, go, deal with this, deal with that, go, move. I have had great success dealing with Green Goblin using Spider-Man. His specials are fantastic. Go watch my Spider-Man video. But the way he gains tokens, in addition to all of these, you would have great success running him. Guardians of the Galaxy also would do well. Because they benefit from having tokens and they get more tokens. Gambit, very similar. He takes tokens and makes more tokens out of it and does really cool things once he has those tokens. So the fact that you have 3 locations that give you a token would help any kind of character that utilizes token abilities. You got to just play it. You play with good characters and you push. This isn't I'm going to sit back and wait and try to trigger 2 clearances at the same time. No, you don't have time for that. You got the ability to clear your 6th threat, your 4th threat. Do it. Don't do it if you've only taken out like 2 thugs and 3 civilians. Then you're just speeding up Green Goblin and you're in trouble. But you do that, and then like the next turn after Green Goblin goes, you're going to be able to finish off the civilians and then start doing damage to him. Then you go. Some of it comes down to luck. The order in which his master plan cards come out, where he's moving, how he's dropping stuff. If he's kind of dancing around the board, moving 2, moving 3, moving 4, moving 1. If he's going back and forth and spreading out where he's eliminating stuff or dropping stuff off, you're going to have a tough time because you can't get everywhere all at once. Likewise, if he's dropping everything in the same spots, but you can't get over there, you're also going to have a tricky time. What you want is him to like move 2 at the beginning, drop a threat right onto your start card, starting location. Then you can deal with that and deal with the overflow potential, the risk that he's presenting to you. That's the best case scenario. It's not likely, but it's just a situation. You gotta think smarter when you play Green Goblin. My best successes when I go up against him have been when I'm trying to think 2 to 3 rounds ahead. Where do my characters need to be be in good positions to handle the threats that are going to come up? What threats are out, between these? So what am I going to need? Do I need punch tokens? Do I need heroic tokens to deal with what's coming? What threats am I okay leaving because they're in a location that I don't need, like Lizard? If Lizard's off on the other side of the map and I know I don't need to go there, I know I'm not going to end my turn there, fine. I can live with him sitting over there blocking, maybe he's blocking the Brooklyn Bridge and I've already rescued enough civilians. Fine. He can sit there. He can take over that bridge. Maybe I don't need any more heroics, so Midtown High, I know that's not my priority. Maybe everybody's got enough movement tokens because we've stacked Oscorp Tower for a bit. And I'm going to have enough movement to get to Green Goblin at the end to punch him. Then I'm okay with letting that sit with a threat for a bit. But I know I need the laboratories because I need punch tokens to go. When you get to the point where you're attacking Green Goblin, that 5, 7, or 10 health, depending on how many heroes you have, that can take a bit, especially if he has his goblin formulas. That's 1 extra health. So then he's at 6, 8, 11, or 9, 7, 9, 12. You got to have your punches ready to go for that. Waiting on, or depending on having move punch come up, or your double punch card or your double wild card, it's not going to be enough. You need to get punch tokens to make your turn, to make each turn you're going after him really count. There's nothing more devastating, and I have had a game come down to this, than being able to get to Green Goblin, punch him, and miss him by 1 health. And then he goes and he kidnaps a civilian, and you're stuck, and you can't get 2 heroics to get to him, rescue a civilian, and then try to punch him, because it just takes too long. It's a trade-off. You got to capitalize on your opportunities. So, yeah, my recommendation for heroes, run until you've beaten Green Goblin. If you are sitting here absolutely struggling to defeat Green Goblin at all, bring Spider-Man. Miles Morales has helped, surprisingly. I didn't expect him to. And then I say bring Captain America. That's a third character you can do it with. After that, I think bringing in a Black Widow or an Iron Man or even the Hulk, those are all good options for a 4th pick. If you're trying to do it just with 2, I think you do Spider-Man and Cap. You could do Spider-Man Miles. You could even do Spider-Man Ghost Spider. I think those are solid picks, but it takes some luck and it takes some skill to get there. My encouragement, just keep brushing up your game. Keep trying, keep working through stuff. And if you have questions, you're struggling with a certain aspect, come back to me, leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer. We're going to try to have a playthrough of Green Goblin at some point so you can see what we're talking about, what I'm talking about, my recommendations. You can see it in action. Because I know there's nothing more frustrating than me just talking about it. Sometimes there are visual learners, and you learn by seeing. So, thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep brushing up your game. Go out there and try to beat Green Goblin. Take care, y'all.